Hello and welcome back to Operations Void. I'm your host, Forgotten Void, and this week we'll be covering the Plymouth. Now, we're doing this because I have a video from September of last year that I recorded of the Plymouth that I haven't actually used, so I figured I might as well go over the Plymouth since it's an interesting ship. The Plymouth it basically uses similar hull, not the same, but similar hull as the Tier 8 light cruiser, the Edinburgh. But instead of triple turrets, you have quad guns on turrets. So you get 16 guns here. Now, the reload is decent. It's not the same as Minotaur. Minotaur has a ridiculously fast reload. So you trade reload speed for alpha. So she has a very, very strong alpha. Um, so, and she still has a decently fast reload. Well, with our skills and abilities, it's 5.7. It gets down below 5 in battle, depending on your health. But so we have that, and the maximum damage of 3,100. So basically, you're going to do 1,010 per shell is probably about what you're going to do. So on a destroyer, with your shells, if all 16 of your shells hit, a single salvo should do 16,000 damage. A little over 16,000 damage, meaning that she has a very, very strong alpha. Um, that's if all your shell hits. You're less likely to have that. So, what you're more likely to see is close range against a destroyer, salvos of 10k. It's really nice when seeing that. And as being on the town class, she actually has secondaries, unlike I don't think Minotaur has secondaries. But anyways, so she gets second, and she has secondaries. Not like those matter. She has main guns. Yeah, and she only gets one set of torps each side. One quad per side, unlike Minotaur. But her true features come in the equipment. She has radar, smoke, hydro, and a heal. So it's a standard cruiser heal plus hydro, smoke, and radar. There are very, very, very few ships with smoke and radar. I believe it's Belfast, Belfast 43, Plymouth, Black, and all of uh, the new pan-European destroyers that only get HE. And everything that has both smoke and radar has something to balance that out. So Plymouth, she doesn't have the reload speed of a normal light cruiser at tier 10, and instead of the super heal that all the light cruiser have, she only has a normal heal. Belfast 43 doesn't even get a heal. And she gets destroyer smoke instead of normal smoke. And the destroyers have really short duration radar. And it's all because Belfast, the original Belfast, had smoke and radar, and they said that's too strong, so not doing it for anything else. So for skills, it's basic. Um, sorry, for modules, it's basically light standard for your light cruiser. You have your main battery upgrade. You can do engine room protection as the base one, but for Belfast, we're doing surveillance radar mod, so the radar lasts longer. You have aiming system mod as standard. Because you don't have propulsion, we are doing steering gears. For Belfast, you could actually have a reason to take damage control system because you don't have a super heal, unlike your others. So either of these, all the standard British cruisers are going to get steering gear modification. We have concealment to bring that down. You could do double rudder or that because at concealment we're at 9.2. So you could go up on concealment, but we want concealment, at least for the dispersion. And then main battery mod. So we're doing main battery mod because that's your reload speed. Unfortunately, it means you have poor turret traverse. And this ship already has a poor turret traverse. As for consumables, we would do HP, consumable reload. I'm gonna do repair party. Um, that has nothing for that. We'll do smoke, AA, and speed. These are the ones that I would choose if I'm going to be running Plymouth. You could also not do AA. Her AA is okay. It's just okay. Nothing amazing. So this is just kind of a optional thing. I just have so many, then yeah, why not throw it on? Now for the captain skills. So we have last stand because I don't like being out of something. We have priority target, so I know when something's looking at me. We have superintendent, so that's an extra heal, smoke, radar, and everything. Because you will use your smokes and radars and heals depending on the op. Hydro, not so much, but it's everything else. And then we have concealment expert, and this lets us get close enough to use our smoke effectively, smoke and radar. Other skills we have consumable specialist because we're using Jack Dunkirk. Because Plymouth is a consumable ship, we're going to go ahead and use both consumable skills. So the prep time is minus 10%, and the duration is an additional 12% instead of 10. So we're doing that, and then adrenaline rush. After that, I would use grease the gears, another boost skill because I'm going to go ahead and mess that now because it is absolutely necessary for Plymouth because her turrets are glacially slow. After that, the options are survivability expert. This actually gets you close to normal tier 10 cruiser HP. That is one thing that's why it's recommended. Other options are radio location, so you know where ships are. Top grade gunner to have that main battery reload time reduced when things are within your radar range. If they're within your radar range, they're within your concealment range. So there is that. So those are these are the three skills that I would recommend. If you do survivability expert, maybe you can remove top grade, go without last stand and do fill the tubes to use your torpedoes more often. But otherwise, yeah, the grease the gears is really needed. So those are the skills that I recommend. And with that, we will hop into battle. So I mentioned on my poll that I would be using Tough for Plymouth, and that's because I had this video since 2024 September. And so this is when this is, and this is before the Tough got reworked. And so currently, battleships and cruisers can spawn in the north. The destroyers can as well, I believe. But back when this happened, only battleships could spawn in north. And so right now on a one battleship game, only the battleship spawns north. And the rest of us spawn in the south. And yeah, that was, when was that changed? That was changed a couple months ago. I think that was changed in February, March of 2025. So here we are. So we're going for the destroyers, and if we hit them, when we hit them, we do big damage. So like 7 shells. We're not even going to go to the next one because we're not going to hit the next before it goes away. Only 5 pens. Are you kidding me? Come now. Well, it's dead. And we get the kill. But yeah, this is an old video, so I don't actually remember much about this in this game and what I was doing. But also, this is before that flagships even became a thing. So this is just standard ops, no flagships, just normal mode. And so we're going, and so like tier 10, or well, actually, it's tier 8, I guess. They all have 10-kilometer torpedoes. So Plymouth has nice 10-kilometer torpedoes. We get to single fire. I was aiming to try and make sure I had Iowa in range when those torpedoes would hit. And now we're looking to make sure that North Carolina would go in. And we throw out all 4 torpedoes really quickly, and then we're going to activate our smoke screen. And by the time our smoke runs out, we should be able to throw our additional smoke and torpedoes at the Colorado. So we're focusing on the Des Moines rather than the battleships because 1, I throw torpedoes out of the battleships. They should hit the battleships. 2, Des Moines has radar. We have radar, but the Des Moines radar is 10 kilometers. Ours is only 9. So I want to keep distance from Des Moines, and I want to see it gone before they can radar us. Unfortunately, the Iowa slowed down, and our torpedoes for the Iowa did not hit. Let's see if our torpedoes at the North Carolina hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of them hit the North Carolina. Now that is one really good thing about the single launching torps, is if you aim them right, all of them hit. Oh, nope, we're radared by Des Moines. No, Des Moines, go away. We don't like you. We don't like this radar thing. Oh, Des Moines radar timed out. I guess something else was within its range, and so it was already using its radar for a while, and then got into our range. And so we're watching out for our torpedo. There they are, so we're going to throw all the torpedoes at the Colorado. And we're going to kind of sit here for a little bit. Because they cluster up at the quarter of E8, we actually might be safe even with our smoke going out. And this is also before they fixed the smoke timer, so it doesn't show the last puff. It shows when the next puff will end. And since we're not actually the closest to the Colorado anymore, we can just sit here and shoot, because we have another ally that is sitting closer to us, closer to the Colorado than us. There we go, 4 torpedoes on the Colorado. So Minotaur, yes, Minotaur would do better, but Plymouth makes more money. And so as you see, we have 41,000 HP. Because this is also before detonations were removed. I think? No, maybe this is right after or right before detonations were removed. Ah, yes, the days when bots could detonate. Now, flagships, we have to do all the damage instead of getting lucky at a single detonation doing 200k damage. So we are running away because they have radar, and we don't want to be radared, but we have smoke. So we are going to go ahead and smoke up. Now what I should have done is not use the heal. I should have just let the heal stay down so that our adrenaline rush would work, but you know, I like safety sometimes, usually, maybe. And the reason why only 3 of the cruisers spawn instead of all 4 is because the Mahan is there. Because the Mahan, or Clemson in the lower tier ops counts as a ship, and the map actually counts how many ships are on the battlefield. As long as there's a certain number. Oh, we're being radared. You know what? We have radar too. Reveal thyself. There we are, Cleveland. It counts the number of ships on there, and when there's a certain number of ships, I believe if it gets to be 2 or less ships, then they will spawn. And I'm not sure if actually the Mahan, yeah, the Mahan counts. So they'll spawn based on the number of ships on there, and so they'll either spawn 2, they'll spawn 3, or they'll spawn 4. And so if you kill the first 2, then 2 more will spawn. I have this written in the wiki. If it's not written in the wiki now, it's because it's being put under review. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have it written down because there's an actual there's a method to this madness. But anyways, they do have a spawn variation that counts the number of ships on the map, and it does count the carrier. And so if only the carrier is on the map, all 4 will spawn. If the carrier and 1 other ship is on the map, 3 will spawn. If the carrier and 2 other ships on the map, 2 will spawn. And then you have to kill more ships. You have to at least kill the spawn and the ship and 1 other. You have to kill 2 more ships for the last 2 to the spawn, because it wants to get up to 5 ships. So you have to go below a certain number, and then it'll spawn up to spawn so that there's 5 ships on the map again. And so that's why if there's only the carrier, it'll spawn 4 ships. The carrier and 1 other ship, it spawns 3. The carrier and 2 other ships, then it'll spawn 2. The carrier has 3 escorts. That means there's 4 ships over there. So you have to kill down so that there's 3 ships in order, because they will only spawn if there's 2 ships. If there's more than, yeah, they'll only spawn at minimum. It's either 2, 3, or 4. You can't only have 1 spawn. If only 1 spawned at a time, then you could kill them 1 by 1. But no, they spawn 2, 3, and they only spawn once if it's 3 then 1, because the spawn pool is 4 ships. I hope I'm making sense. If it's not making sense, let me know in the comments. I will try to clarify in the comments. In my mind, it makes sense, but my mind can be weird. You don't want to be in my mind sometimes. So we got lucky. Oh, we're missing torpedoes on one side. You know, we could torp if we had torpedoes on our left side, but no. No, we're going to do an S-curve so that our right side can torp. And we're just going to torp in the normal spread, because I don't quite know where it will be. I don't trust the white line, so I want to have a little bit of RNG on my side to help the RNG that I don't know. And so we're also using this island to try and hide ourselves, to get out of the way so we're not always being shot at. And now we're in radar. And so this is why I was like, maybe I'll do smoke. Nope, Buffalo's radar says nope, no smoke for us. We're just detected. 10 kilometers, we're detected. So we will use this British engine and speed up so that the island is blocking once again. And we'll try and slow down again to use this section over here. And maybe we could shoot again. Okay, now we're not radared anymore, and the detection keeps going in and out, so they are having trouble shooting at us. And all it shows are actually just hitting the island. So it's better that they shoot at us and hit the island than shoot at someone else. And I'm not using smoke yet because why would I use smoke? They keep not hitting us. And we're almost to the point where 2 of them will die. So hopefully with this salvo we get both of them. Did we get it? Yay! Double strike! Cleveland and Buffalo. And so all that's left is the actual target. Buffalo. So now we're gonna head closer to the repair circle. Maybe we will go into the repair circle. And so we are kind of snaking and making sure that the Buffalo can't actually hit us as we are moving. And we are going to put the island in between just in case. And there we go, natural selection with our 4th cruiser killed. At 7 kills, it's only the 4th cruiser. At 8 kills, it could either be 4 cruisers or 8 non, whatever ship type you're in. And we have whiskey next to us. We were going to go for the repair circle, but I think we'll run away to have an island in front of us to get the gearing off our tail and maybe the Fletcher. And so there we go. Only one shooting at us, and they're shooting the island more than us. Because the heal circle would have meant that we got shot at them by longer, whereas here we can actually shoot at them and control which of them shoots at us. Oh, they're using smoke. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Yeah, there you are. High gearing, we can see you. Yes, a German cruiser could do the same thing in this point because they would have 6-kilometer hydro. But that's not the point. And now we're using hydro just in case. I don't trust that there will be torpedoes. Next, we are moving to get into position for the last wave because the second wave is a bit too far for us. So, why go there? The last wave will spawn soon, anyways. So we might as well just go into the position to farm the last wave, since we farmed the first wave and whiskey. Plus, being between the second and third wave is it's not a place we want to be. It's not a nice place. It's a very dangerous place, especially since the destroyer and her escorts are over there. Now, we want to stay away from the Annapolis. We have a very nice smokescreen over here too. So, since whiskey provided us a free smokescreen, we are going to use said smokescreen. I'm going to use it to get a little bit closer. Just a little bit. I don't want to be too close. Annapolis radar is scary because they'll all focus on me. So we'll make a narrow spread. It's an artificial narrow spread because you can't make the very narrow spread with anything but pan-European destroyers or Kitakami. But with the British destroyers, if you make a very minor adjustments as you are making the spread, you can actually simulate a very narrow spread. So it's not a single line, so they hit different directions, and it will spread out in distance once they arrive. In this case, we overlap our very narrow spread. So it makes it to be a decent spread at a longer distance, but still be able to hit 2 or 3 torpedoes per target if you aim correctly. Whereas a single launch, they're all going to hit the same spot or pretty close to it. if you just aim at the same spot. So that's one thing I like doing with the single launches, making artificial narrow spreads, or choosing my spread rather than just doing the standard spread. Come now. Go down. Go down, Annapolis. Okay. So we're doing a semi narrow spread there on main because I expect main to speed up as soon as the flooding ends. Whenever the flooding ends. Oh, look, Destroyer. Destroyer is juicy damage because our armor piercing doesn't overpet usually. So Destroyer is juicy damage. Come here, juicy damage. Ooh. Big damage. Big damage. Oh no, stuff is looking at us. Ah, we didn't lead enough. Main sped up. They outran our torps. Oh no, danger zone. I don't know what the danger zone music sounds like, but we're in the danger zone. Ah, there, they shot at us. So is Annapolis. Come on, speed boost. Come on. Let's actually slow down. Slow down. Smoke. Smoke. Fat finger the hydro. We don't need hydro. We want smoke. Smoke. Stop looking at us, main. Oh no. They shot at us. Speed up. Speed up. Speed up. Get out of the way. Oof. Okay. Now we're safe. Now we're safe. So having Dunkirk's skill, reducing the cooldown by a lot, really helps us use the smoke again so soon. Come now, torpedo. Okay, there we go. Torpedo's timed out. Okay, they're looking at us. They're looking at us. Will they? Nope, they're going to stop looking at us because now there's rock. And the reason why I'm moving this way is because I'm moving back close to the main as we farm the last remnants of damage on main. And there we go. Plymouth, we used all our smokes, we used all of our heals, and this is why we use Superintendent. Because you can use all of them. And we are actually a little bit conservative with how we use them. There we are, C-Star, natural selection and assistant, nearly 1,000 shell hits, 9 kills, top of the team with only 1,800 base XP. We might have been able to do more if the spawns were better. I don't know, but still decent 500k, 500. 560, nearly 570k damage on doing a lot of targets, all so destroyers, battleships, cruisers, just shooting whatever's there. Gearing, oh, that was a lot of ricochets on the gearing. Oh, that gearing, that's also meh. Oh, there we go. 7 shell hits on the kid for 3k. Uh, that's a better representation, especially when there's ricochets. So, but we do damage to destroyers. Oh, I still remember doing. I think it was over 15k. It was 12 to 15k on one of the German destroyers in Newport with Plymouth. Oh, it was cathartic seeing that giant number pop up. Anyways, this is Plymouth. She makes decent credits because she's a special ship and not a tech tree ship. Not as many credits as a premium ship makes, but still makes with green boosters. You make about the same as you would green boosters on a premium ship. So kind of balance out if you're just running greens. If you're running to run bigger, you want to use them on tier 9 premiums, but for greens and grays, the tier 10 special ships are perfect for making money and other stuff. That's well, I do hope you like this video and click that like button. Maybe even subscribe to get notifications when new videos pop up. Don't have to if you don't want to. Just just nice seeing the subscriber button go up. And maybe we'll do a giveaway if I have 500 plus subscribers. Who knows if that time will ever happen. This is a hyper dedicated channel to operations and PvE modes as they appear, even the limited events. So next week I will be covering the current limited event that is happening on PTS, the escort mode. It is a really nice mode, and I do enjoy it. And I have a favorite ship for it already. If you want to see a certain ship, it's tier 8 and tier 9. If no one comments on this video that they want to see a certain ship for next week, then I will just be using it for the Schultz video, even though that's not my favorite ship for it. That said, I do hope to see you next week. Have a good one.